Today I'm going to review the LEGO set 70738 Final Flight of the Destiny's Bounty. This set was released in August 2015, has 1,253 pieces, and originally goes for $120. So first, let's go over the many minifigures. There's Lloyd, and this version of him only came in this set and the Temple of Jitsu, so with the detailing on him. He has his helmet or his mask. I'll show you where all the ninjas are. You know, their face is just kind of weird, but I think this is when they started having new expressions for him. Sometime in 2014, I think. But bunch of swords. He has the printing. Not much back here, but yeah, an alright figure. I mean, he is the cheapest way to get him. Next figure here is Colt, and it's not exclusive, but you know, a nice figure to get. Same face that they've always done for him with this one. The classic face of him, and then you have his hairpiece. He has this kind of scythe type weapon. Printing's alright, and then you have his little Air-2 thing. I don't remember what they're called, the little ghost things that he shoots at him. And the ghost died, but you know, it's an alright figure. Like Lloyd, she is only in this set in their Temple of Jitsu, so that's the cheapest way to get her. She has this kind of water type weapon. She has these swords back here. Pretty nice printing. She's unique from the other ninjas as she has more of a lighter color scheme. And this is the first appearance of her as the first appearance of her as a ninja, which is interesting because this how the other set she was in came out a month later. But yeah, very interesting figure. I do like this one. Next is Wu, who I don't know if he has a unique design in this set. I mean, it is a nice printing, some stuff on the back. Regular kind of face print he usually will have. But the thing about this version is that his weapon is more unique than him, honestly, because it has the realm crystal, this little staff that he has made out of that plant piece. I mean, it's not like it's a pretty common piece, but it's really unique in this set since you know it's on a weapon, and it just looks really unique. I like that how he holds the staff. Next is Moro, and he has a lot of translucent parts like all the other ghosts. He has this cape that they started in Shima's with Kragger. Not much printing back here, just a little dragon. And this is the non-possessed version of him, which only came in, I think, 2 other sets? I don't remember, but I do like the swords. Here's all the ghosts you get in the set. This first one is Spider. He's the only generic type ghost. It's just one of the Ghost Warriors. I mean, all of the Ghost Warriors have the same face print, just different names and maybe different style to them. I think he's exclusive to this set. I mean, he's not no special printing, but he's got this translucent spider, so that's why they call him Spider. And there's this Goltar, who's my favorite because of his skeleton-like body, and he has very, I think, unique printing because you look at him and he has this weird-looking face, and he just gets covered up, which I think they shouldn't have done, but, you know. And he's got the scythe because he's a scythe master, and he has this ghost leg type printing with him. And then you have Bansha, who has this covering the same as Spider, this kind of ghoulish printing and weapon. And then it's the Soul Archer, my least favorite of the 4 main ghosts. So there's Moro because he just has this weird old man complex, and he has a regular bow and arrow in this set. But also you get these 2 Screamers. This one has a screaming face with 2 weapons, and this one, angry face of a piece of dynamite. This here is Moro's dragon. It has very nice complex. It's my brother says it's called a wither, but basically it has this kind of opening mouth with these teeth inside. Mouth was made up of weird stuff, like it's a really weird head, and sometimes it'll pop off like that if you twist it around too much. But it kind of adds to it because you can just pretend it's like a ghost dragon like that. But I do like the printing. You also have these kind of ghost chains, which are a nice piece that you get. And you can put Moro here. I don't know why they have this space open like that, but the head is a unique structure. And you can also move the feet like that, which I think is nice because you can just kind of bend it like that. And you can move the claws. And you can move them in, and you got the nice wings. Bend the tail, and you can move the ball-jointed feet. And also you can kind of bend them like that, so you can maybe stand him up. But not too much of a unique build, it just kind of gives something to the bad guys. Here is the Destiny's Bounty, and, well, basically this one of the set. Now, I'm actually going to start at the front and then go to the back. So you start out with this tippy top there. You can move his head up and down, you can move that too. It's not like this one piece, it's, you know, a bunch of builds. And this is where I store all the ninja masks, so I just put them in here because they give you these little awkward little areas over here where there's nothing, so I put, you know, them in there. And this is where I just stand Lloyd up on the top deck, and there's these little weapon holders. You have a sword in there, and then the other one has a crowbar. So, and then the main deck, you have these, so you can shoot these off. And, well, 3 of them are supposed to shoot off at once, but just 2 of them did there. And you just put them back. There's one on each side. Cole is manning the other one, which I think is unique, and there is extra ammo, which I'll show you. But I kind of just set that back up and have Nia right there. There's a little control printing. The main deck here there's a broom, I think it fell from this little area, and has a little bucket, and there's this crate in here. We've got a broom, we have this hat, there's like a little teapot piece and a sword, and then there's extra ammo in there if you want to use that. So I usually just kind of squeeze everything in there. Usually just lay it out on deck, and there's basically not too much here, mostly room to play figures, and you can move those up and down if you like. I mean, I think it used to be able to hold on to them when you had this, but for some reason mine won't work anymore. So I just have it in that one pose. There's some control panels, and then there's this little chest. And in there is just Woo's tea stuff, which I think is neat. It includes, since he's pretty well known for that, and I usually just have it on deck there. Which is what I like about this one more than the other one, is because this one has more stuff in it. Like, it gives more, because the original one just has mostly just a boat with some weapons on it, but yeah, I like that feature, and that's mostly the deck. Now we're going to move on to this main building here. This back area, there's actually 2 floors to it, unlike the original. To see the first one, you have to move that whole section up. There's like little ball joint pieces, and first off, you can see there's a rat and cheese on the top, which I think is funny, and I can't show you this part, a whole bunch of it, until I actually do the main feature. But there's these little joysticks here, 2 chairs, and a control center. There's no real way to get in. That's basically how it is. You just kind of walk through these 2, and you kind of just go in. But the first floor isn't too much. Now the second one has a little area for Woo, maybe one other character to kind of perch out in. And then the other thing is that you can pull this part out, and this will have Nia's shop, where she can work on this little bike, and you have tools here, you have a little control thing there, and you can pop that bike off. It has a unique design. There's no wheels on it, which looks kind of awkward, but I think it works. And you can just close that up and you slide it back in there, and I like that, how you have 2 floors in this one. I mean, the newer one is much better because that one you just have a lot more. You have 3 floors for that main part, but I still don't mind it. And also, yeah, basically that's about it until I show you the next feature, but also I like this printing right here. The feature here is when you lift the entire ship up, there's that little pole that sticks out, and that's where you can kind of swoosh it around. But the main feature is that when you pull this back area out, which has that, see, you just bring this out, and this whole area pops out, kind of like the original set, except much better, but you have to pull this out first, and then you're able to do that. It's really hard for me to show because of my camera's view, but that's basically how it works, where you can just fly it around. And I think that's really unique how they did that, and then you can just kind of sit it back down when you want to. So overall, I am a big fan of this set. I do love it a lot. Like, I love the wizard or dragon or whatever. I do like the figures a lot because of how much you get, and you get most of the main ghosts. And the bounty is just a really unique vehicle. It's not the best, but it's one of my favorites because the other one was more of a different style than this one. This is more of an attack vehicle. The other one was more of a home base. But yeah, overall, great set.